Hi everyone, I'm back. It's Friday, it's a 4 o'clock, and I mixed up a lot of paints, as you can see here on the right hand side. This is gonna be for a pour, but I wanted to talk a little bit about that top coat stuff. It's ready, as you can see. It's nice and smooth, and I have rubber gloves on, or latex, or whatever it is, but you can see this isn't it isn't rubbery and it isn't sticky. It's really nice and smooth, and I'll show you the sides where I have my signature. There you go, see that? It has a beautiful covering, and there's only one thing that happened, and that is here. Let's see if I can show you. Yeah, there it is. I know we were laughing yesterday about people sticking their finger in stuff. Well, I couldn't wait. Last night I stuck my finger in it and it wasn't dry yet. But other than that, it is a really nice shiny finish. There was no brushing involved. It was just pouring on top, as you saw in the video. And I'm really happy with it, how it worked. Someone asked me, and I get that question quite a lot, what I do about signing my work. Well, I'll give really close up, if I can get it in focus. There it is. That's my signature. First I do here in the beginning, I do the A and the R, and then I do my last name, Ridderhof. And as you can see, it's nice, it's small. Compared to my hand, you can see how big it is, or compared to a pen. It's really nice. It doesn't, overshadow the whole piece. It's just a nice little signature, and this is what I do it with. It's a Posca. It's a acrylic pen. Here you have some information if you might need it. It's made in Japan. It's a 0.7 millimeters. The whole line is that number. What you see, that defines the width of the pen. And there you have it. The website www.posca.com. Now I have a lot of these. I have them in different colors. This one is light blue. And I have them in different colors, and I've used this one. I think I bought it way back in February, and it's still working. And as you can see, it doesn't really get really dirty. When you think it doesn't work anymore, you just pump it a little like this, and there you go. See, it even writes on plastic. So they are really cool pens to have. And normally I wouldn't be so ecstatic about them, because I'm not a very neat artist, and I'll just throw them around, and then after a couple of months, I'm sure you recognize it, they'll be all stuck, and then you can't write with them, and you get all frustrated, and then you wham them on the table and the points all go. Well, this one doesn't do that, and I think it's because this is not an airtight nib. Or whatever you call it, cap. If I show you, see, you can see right through it. Let me get you under there. See that? So it's not airtight, so that doesn't have to be. All you have to do is just pump a couple of times, and then you just write, and it works. So I love these pens. They're very much worth the money. Now, about the pouring, I think I wasn't clear. Let me just show you how this stuff looks. This is, it has a little bit of watercolor on top, but as you can see, it's a clear plastic film. When it dries, let me get some more off somewhere where there's no watercolor on top. Or did I stick it right through the plastic? Yes, I did. Let me get here. This is a nice bit here. See, it's very transparent, and on top it is totally shiny and like glass, like resin. and then here on the bottom where it touched this plastic, it picks up the you know, the structure of that plastic. Here's another one, a little tiny round one, just to show you how transparent this stuff is. So it goes on a little milky, but you know, just within a couple of hours it's already totally transparent, and then you have to give it another couple of hours to dry. And don't do like me, don't try to test it, because you know, we always want to stick our fingers in there and then we ruin the whole thing. So what I have is here, you can see the where I put my finger in there. Well, too bad. Now another thing that I was going to talk about, let's see, the pour. I did 2 pours. The first one is still on the rack. This one is dry, and this is the one I'm going to use for the stencil. But I got a call from Overtrol, from the Floetrol, the company, and they're going to move into creative paints, and they asked me if I wanted to try a new medium that creates rusty looks. So I'm pretty much a fan of everything that's rusty, because I like rust. You know, if I were to put that on here, I think it would be awesome. So I think I'm going to do that. They're going to send it today, or I'll have it by next week. And I want to put something on top of this what resembles rusty cogwheels, something like that. So I just want to wait a couple more days. I know I promised to do this this weekend. I was going to finish it, but I really want to put something on here with a little bit of structure. So I might do something with a heavy gel, and then come in with the new stuff from Overtrol, the patina stuff. I'm really looking forward to that, because I think that would really go well with this background pour. So that's what I wanted to tell you. Now the giveaway this month, I'm going to print out the sponsor list from January, and I'll cut it all up, and I'm going to do, I'll show you the painting. I just washed it. I'm going to do this, give away this painting. And why? Because I really like it with all those little dots that I put on there. Here's a couple of light green dots. Here I have some gold. Up here you have the bronze or the copper color, whatever you think it is. The beige color. And down here I have some really beautiful blue. And I think it altogether, it really looks really cool. So I'm going to, I just washed it. I washed off the silicone. And I will show you how I'm going to varnish it, because I know a lot of people like to see that online. And I'm going to do that with the new pouring medium. And this time I'm going to use a brush, because a couple of people asked me, you know, can you do that with a brush? And I was thinking, you know, why would you want to? Because this one, you saw me just pour it smack in the middle and then tilt a little bit and, you know, do with the finger along the sides, and it was perfect. But I shouldn't be just, you know, doing what I want to do. Some people will still want to use a brush. So that's what I'm going to do with this painting. Of course, I have to let it dry a little, because I just used the Dawn dish soap. That's what I always use to take off the silicone. And I can really see that it did its job, because before I started, I had all these little, you know, shiny spots from the silicone still on there, and now it's totally gone. So as soon as this is dried, and I have it on my heater, and when it's dry, I'm going to varnish. I'll video it, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with a brush. So that's about it. Now, in a bit, oh yeah, and then tomorrow I'm going to do the drawing out of the hat. So I'll cut up the sponsor list. I'll show you before I cut it up the people that are going to be in the hat. I'm going to pick one out, and that person is going to get this painting. Judy, I promised you a painting, and I'm gonna do that one too. This is the one that you said, you know, I'd rather have the one with all the gold in it, so that's this one. I'm gonna do that one too. As you can see, it's really full of gold. It's really shiny. All this along here is gold, up here all gold, here, everything is gold almost. So I'm gonna do this one too, and then send them both out, and that's it. And then, oh, I had so many things that I wanted to tell you guys. So I'm gonna send that one out and that one out. Oh yeah, and Starcat, you asked me for the squishes, the purple squishes. Well, I'm gonna put them in an envelope. I'm so behind in a lot of emails, but please email me just one more time your address. Then I can send them out. At the same time, I'm gonna send out the canvases. And then we'll all be happy. Yay! I'll be ready with everything I promised to do, and that'd be good. Now, the paints, I'll do that in the next video, because I think this is going to be long, because I want to do something. You know, every time I watch Rick Chattell's paintings, because he's doing a lot of paintings with pulling things through the paint. And it's somewhere it's hitting a nerve. I really like the way it looks. It looks more organic. It adds to the total pour, and I'm really loving it. So that's what I'm gonna try to do with these paints. Then one more thing, I'm going to do one video with the Vallejo paint, because I know that there's some promotions coming up with Dick Blick. They're going to do a promotion with Vallejo paint, and I want to show you how I want to do that from the beginning to the end. So if you've already seen me do it and you know exactly what I'm going to do, just skip the video. But a lot of people that are just starting and started with Vallejo, they might, you know, really enjoy seeing me do the mixing and everything from A to Z. And that's what I'm going to do a whole video of. So thanks all. I'm going to put this all away, that I have my space here ready for the pouring. I'll be back in a second. So see you in a bit.